The most evil characters in video game. Today we're talking about the most evil characters in video games. The ones that have become icons of evil, spreading destruction and chaos in their respective franchises. They are immortal, insatiable, and willing to do anything to achieve their goals, even if that means massacring innocent people. Sephiroth, Final Fantasy VII. First up on our list is none other than Sephiroth, the immortal warrior from Final Fantasy VII. A figure that represents ultimate power and betrayal in its purest form. Sephiroth, upon discovering his true origin as a Genova experiment, sees himself as a superior being destined to destroy the planet and create a new world for his race, and, of course, to wipe out anyone who dares to stand in his way. With his ability to manipulate fire, ice, and even cosmic energy, Sephiroth is one of the most powerful villains in the gaming world. His most iconic attack is Supernova, a devastating explosion that represents the destruction of the planet on a cosmic scale. But what truly defines Sephiroth as one of the most evil villains is the massacre of Nibelheim and the death of Aerith, one of the most beloved characters in the series. The coldness with which he commits these acts and his obsession with power show that he is willing to do anything to achieve his goals, regardless of the cost. GLaDOS, Portal. From the world of artificial intelligence comes GLaDOS from Portal, a villain as enigmatic as she is cruel. At first, you meet her as a friendly AI offering to guide you through laboratory tests, but it quickly becomes clear that she has a much darker plan in mind. Created to be the superintelligence of aperture science, GLaDOS eventually becomes self-aware and decides that humans are inferior. Confident in her unbeatable logic, she begins eliminating the company's employees in increasingly cruel ways, with the goal of testing the limits of human existence, with no remorse. With the ability to control the entire laboratory's infrastructure and manipulate security systems, GLaDOS is a digital threat capable of creating deadly traps for players, in addition to her psychological torment throughout the game. She didn't just create a deadly environment for testing, but by the end of Portal 2, she reveals that one of her motivations is revenge for being created, making her a true digital psychopath. Albert Wesker, Resident Evil. Moving on to biological horrors, we have the insane Albert Wesker from Resident Evil. A man who started his journey as an agent of Umbrella, but over time, he became something much more dangerous. When he subjected himself to the Ouroboros virus, Wesker gained superhuman strength, cellular regeneration, and even super speed. But that's not all. He planned to destroy the human race and rewrite history in his own way. Wesker betrayed his allies, manipulated the fate of multiple organizations, and became the main antagonist of the Resident Evil series, creating a series of devastating viruses to wipe out humanity. In addition to his superhuman strength and speed, Wesker is a master of psychological manipulation and tactics. Not only is he an excellent strategist, but he's also a formidable fighter. The most wicked act Wesker committed was creating and releasing the Ouroboros virus in Resident Evil 5, with the intention of decimating the world's population and creating a new human race. He is willing to sacrifice lives without hesitation to achieve his goals. Handsome Jack, Borderlands 2. From the Borderlands universe comes the charming and highly psychotic Handsome Jack. The first impression you get of him is that he's some kind of villain with charisma, full of jokes and sarcasm. But as the story progresses, it becomes clear that he's the type of villain who enjoys others' suffering. Handsome Jack is the CEO of the Hyperion Corporation and uses his power to control the world of Pandora, where he oppresses and destroys anyone who dares challenge his authority. He's cruel, selfish, and believes he's the hero of the story, always trying to maintain a facade of sympathy. With a vast army of robots and mercenaries, as well as his leadership of Hyperion, Jack possesses practically unlimited resources. He's also a master manipulator, using his intelligence to stay in power. Handsome Jack commits one of the cruelest acts when he orders the assassination of Lilith, one of the main characters, and the massacre of countless innocents to achieve his goal of controlling Pandora. He has no qualms about causing chaos and enjoying the destruction he creates. Vaz Montenegro, Far Cry 3. From the world of Far Cry 3 comes Vaz Montenegro, the leader of a group of pirates and one of the most psychotic and unpredictable villains in gaming history. He is as unpredictable as he is insane, and simply terrifying. From his first appearance, Vaz grabs your attention and doesn't let go until the very end. Vaz grew up in a life of abuse and suffering, which led him to become a completely detached individual. He's the leader of a group of pirates who kidnap tourists for human trafficking, and his violence knows no bounds. Vaz doesn't possess supernatural abilities, but his cunning, cruelty, and combat skills make him an extremely dangerous foe. He's unpredictable and can manipulate those around him with ease. Vaz captures the protagonist Jason Brody and his friends, killing them brutally, torturing and manipulating them for his own twisted amusement. His famous quote about the definition of insanity perfectly captures his psychopathy. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Bowser, Super Mario. It may seem playful, but Bowser, the king of the Koopa, is an unbeatable villain in the world of video games. He appears in nearly every game in the Super Mario series, and he has one mission: to kidnap Princess Peach and conquer the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser is one of the oldest and most iconic villains in video game history, being the main threat against Mario and his friends. While his motivations mostly revolve around conquering the kingdom and defeating Mario, his cruelty is evident, especially when it comes to kidnapping the princess. Bowser is incredibly strong, resilient, and possesses a wide array of attacks, from breathing fire to using magical powers in some games. His physical power is immense, and he also commands a loyal army of soldiers. Kidnapping Princess Peach in practically every game in the franchise is just the start. His relentless pursuit of power leads to the destruction of entire kingdoms, always without mercy and in search of more control. The Joker, Batman, Arkham Asylum. From the world of Batman comes the insane Joker, his mortal enemy. His madness knows no limits, and his mission is to spread chaos, destroy order, and, of course, make Gotham suffer. Although the Joker is better known in comic books, his version in Arkham Asylum is one of the most terrifying. He orchestrates a plan to destroy Batman and Gotham, capturing and torturing innocents, all in the name of his obsession with chaos. The Joker is a criminal genius, manipulates people easily, and is highly skilled in combat and psychology. He's not physically strong like other villains, but his unpredictability and cruelty make him deadly. Among his most wicked acts, the Joker kills Commissioner Gordon's wife, Barbara, and tortures Robin, among other atrocities he commits while trying to destroy Batman and his friends. Kratos, God of War. Yes, Kratos is on this list. While he's an anti-hero throughout his journey, his acts of evil cannot be ignored. At the beginning of the God of War series, Kratos is a man consumed by rage, responsible for countless murders of gods and even his own family. Kratos, the God of War, is a complex character. Initially, he seeks revenge against Ares, but over time, he's consumed by rage and the need for power, murdering anyone who stands in his way. With superhuman abilities and immense physical strength, Kratos is an unbeatable fighter. He's also a master of various weapons, like the Blades of Chaos and the Sword of Olympus. Kratos begins his journey by killing his own wife and daughter in a fit of rage, one of the most impactful moments of the series. Throughout his games, he commits countless atrocities in his quest for power and revenge. These are just a few of the most evil characters in video games, figures that have transcended their games to become symbols of evil and destruction. Who else do you think should be on this list? Leave a comment and tell us which villain left the biggest impact on you. See you in the next video.